So I'll tell you a cute thing. So I think one of the struggles right now is that we can't have all the human contact we want. I mean, I get a lot of contact with this human, and I love him. He's great. And
The feedback I'm getting is that you're getting a little too much human contact from me. So,
well, you know, the thing is, we don't realize how much variety, how important that is, and so I don't mean in that way.
okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not out on the. You know, I'm not out looking for. You know. A lover on the side when I go for my bike ride. So,
Belinda,
that is so immature. Oh,
no,
oh
I
man,
can't help it. I can't help
God.
it.
All right, okay.
The fart
So
machine is in full effect today.
yeah, the fart machine's
go ahead.
Okay, so I was on my bike ride, and you know everyone is avoiding everyone, so I don't have a mask on when I ride my bike because it gets so. Oh my God. The maturity level.
No,
yeah, go back to the
enjoying
Fisher Price
You
dildo
just said
and do some lava
I don't have a
effects,
mask
isn't it?
on, and I had to do a little bit of a
Yes.
guess.
Oh
gas
right, yeah,
thing.
of course, yeah, gas.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
I never, can make those. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
you're on
anyway,
your bike ride.
So
you
what
go on a
happens is
bike ride.
I'm going up Highland because I do a
You don't
short,
have to name the streets.
concise.
I mean,
People might want to come out and watch me.
You're out of your mind.
Okay, so it's a big steep
Okay.
hill, and I'm on Highland going up it, and a woman is coming running down Highland, and of course when she sees me, she crosses way over to the other side, and I go, oh, that's how it is now. You know, we all give each other this, you know, wide socially distanced berth when we're going past. So she's on the other side, but I'm going up, and then as I get to the top, and she's sort of little and running and, you know, cute, and then she looks over at me as I get to the top, and she makes this little noise like, you know, you did it. And I turned over and I saw that she was meaning to me, like, you made it, you got up the hill. And I was like, oh, I think that's so nice. And then I even yelled back, you know, thank you. And I realized, you know, just that little teeny smidge of a, you know, a human, you know.
Well, let's let this be a lesson to us for after
All little
after
bits
the
of...
Varinus time, or Varonis, however you like to pronounce the coronavirus. But after the Varinus time, hopefully we can all be a little bit nicer and root for each other. Just what that meant to you. There's have someone go, yeah, you did it.
Yeah, because that is the thing, is that it's the community, it's the chalk drawings on the streets and the pavement that you're going by, where people are sort of reminding you, like, hey, we're all in this together, and you know, the power of love and all those things. And
I rode my bike up a hill the other day, and somebody said, "You're doing great for an old guy," or something like that. It was like, but there was definitely an old, and I was like, does everybody know I'm an old guy? That hurt my feelings a little, but I'm over that. I'm over that now.
yeah,
Yes,
that
it
was
is
several
nice.
days ago. So
It is nice to have people supporting us.
yeah, it's good.
Someone said the fart machine sounds a little more like a motorcycle. Yeah, well,
The
it's
other
got a
day you
variety
turned
of-
it on. Oh God! The other day when you turned it on, it sounded like a chainsaw. It was like, you know, someone was out there chainsawing a
Yeah,
tree.
it's got a variety of different sounds.
I wouldn't mind doing some chainsawing right now, actually. I was talking to a friend in New Zealand and how they're getting through, what do you call it, Verona,
Whatever you want.
Varinus. So they have got a house down at Lake Taupo, and they oh, I know, I'm not supposed to give
You
all the
love
details.
geographic specifics. They're,
Well, I
they're at a
I
lake
did
in
a
New
geography
Zealand.
degree when I was,
I know,
you know,
but-
environmentals, you know, yes. I really like geography.
What are they doing for Varinus activities?
Well, so Hillary, I think, is in the vegetable garden, but
Mm-hmm.
Andy has made himself a very small golf course, very small. But the other thing he does is he likes to get out into the reserve and chop down trees with a chainsaw, and then
Other people's reserve. A reserve is like a park. It's not their land. He's going out and chopping down other people.
He's going. He's
public
off-roading.
trees?
Well, maybe it's their reserve or preserve or who knows. But anyway, they've got a lot of firewood. And then she's a doctor, so we were talking about what's happening in New Zealand, and that's pretty wild. They've had only 14 hospitalizations and 4 people on ventilators only. They went into lockdown super early and very tight lockdown. Tight. You're only allowed to be in your bubble.
What do you mean tight lockdown?
Well-
how is our lockdown not
Oh,
tight?
our lockdown is loose in comparison to what they're doing. It's slack. They have a thing where you cannot burst your bubble, and the bubble is the people who you live with in the home. So that would just be you, me, and Fanula, and the bunny rabbit Gypsy. You don't go outside of that. Oh, it does a special shot when you take your head
Yeah,
out.
well, it's trying to follow you.
Like me.
It says we're gonna miss the daily press conferences, but I think that's the
Oh
reason.
God, yeah. No,
You know,
we want to.
You don't have to watch us live, but the real moral is you don't have to watch anyone live right now. You can wait and get the highlights of the president's chat.
If you really want
later.
to watch that press conference, anytime. It's long, so you could take a break for part of it. You could go back for part of it.
Well, different days are different lengths, I think, with him. Or however they're doing it. I'm not really sure. I can't watch all of. I can barely watch all of these, and I'm present for them.
Yeah, you're the president of them.
Yeah,
you're president and the president.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah,
I feel like you're the
careful! Oh, you need to go hit by the bowling pin.
Yeah, you're the breakout star of my Facebook.
Oh, who am
videos.
I? But I'm not. That means that I'm not the vice president. I'm not Mike Pence because he's not the star.
No,
of
but do you remember?
Really.
You remember when Friends first came out? There's no one here who's not.
I never watched it.
Well, when it first came out, David Schwimmer was the big star. But then, as it kind of went on, other people became the more recognized name.
Joey.
That's Matt LeBlanc. Yeah, I think Matt LeBlanc. He caught his fame.
People really liked him, and then
almost
the
after
hair.
the show.
People really liked Jennifer Aniston's hair. I remember there was a lot of talk about that. I was like, okay.
Well, of course, as a man, all the women in it were great. The women of Friends.
You'd like it if they were your friends.
Yeah.
Well, they probably are your friends.
Well, they're my
in your mind.
They're peers. They're in my sort of in my age group. They might be a little younger than me. I don't know.
They're not. I mean, no, they're older. They're definitely older.
Yeah.
Darling.
See, aren't you guys the Daily Press Conference? Yes.
Yes.
We are the Daily Press Conference.
This is the press conference that you need. And want. The other press, you've got to be really careful with your press conferences because they can take you down a rabbit hole that just, it's not good information. We've got super good information. I just gave you some good information about New Zealand and how they contained
that was great.
it.
That was great.
I mean, it's kind of wild because what's happening there is the people who have other illnesses are not going.
So proud of New Zealand.
Oh my God, what is not to be proud of, man?
It is a great place.
That is a country that has got it together.
Though. It's tiny.
It's tiny. We're on to our third female prime minister in New Zealand, and we're the first country in the world that gave women the vote back in 1887. I mean, around 1890. I should know the date exactly because it's super important.
Women are allowed to vote here in America.
Women... Yeah, just. So our daughter is really...
If you're not voting, you're wasting all of our time. Please go out there and vote.
Yeah.
I mean, not today.
Yeah, do a lot
unless
of voting.
you can.
Well, they had to vote yesterday. I mean, they wouldn't let them not vote in Wisconsin. That was a...
Just found out I got furloughed. Make me laugh. I'm not sure what furloughed...
furloughed means you get laid off and you're not being paid.
But I thought furloughed was like a military thing. Anyway,
no.
It's
People
terrible to get furloughed.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You furlough them. Don't let them
furlough them right back. Tell them you furlough me. I furlough you first. I did it first to you lot. And then right away go for your unemployment. Quickly now, get on.
Immediately file for unemployment.
Whatever state you're in, put the state in .gov and then go to your unemployment and get that shit right now. No, do not stop. Do not pass go. Just, right to the internet.
And also do a bowel movement into a Ziploc bag right now, just in case your unemployment doesn't go through. Then you can mail that to your former employer. Maybe that's bad advice. There's DNA testing. Forget I said that.
Yeah. The president, he's a great president, but every now and then he says something.
Are you kidding me? The president loves an idea like that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I think you need to be using a different role model for your presidentship.
Yes, please. At a time like this is not the time to be saving your bowel movements. Don't do that.
No, God, no. We've got to kill a virus out there. Come on, we've got to be, we've got to be smart.
Yes, we've got to be smart now more than ever. And you don't want to have to go to the emergency room.
Yeah. So one of the things that Hillary, my friend who's the doctor, was saying to me yesterday is that, so many of us have already been exposed and have gotten over it. And so the sooner, and obviously you and I have been talking about this, the sooner we have the antibody test and we know who's safe, the better, because then we can get out there and be the volunteers and the people, taking the food to the people and buying the groceries. And, that thing that happened in Britain...
So there's someone commenting about things that we talked about yesterday on here. Which I love that, about bamboo grows really fast. It grows so fast you can almost watch it grow. And that's what pandas eat.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we have bamboo and we have it. It does grow fast. Super messy. It's just that doesn't have enough nutrients for them. So, they are getting calories but not nutrients. And a lot of chewing. They probably use more calories chewing up the bamboo than they get from the bamboo.
Well, they say that's what happens with celery. It takes more calories to eat it than it does provide to your system.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. Okay.
6 weeks for unemployment to get going. Is that true? You just filed for unemployment?
Yeah, it's way faster than that.
It's way faster now.
Yeah, what
Have they speeded it up?
Yeah, they've speeded it up, and because they're really trying to take care of people, because this is, so you can get it more quickly. I don't know about the small business loan, the SBA thing.
I don't know either.
Yeah. But I know that unemployment, well, I suppose it also depends on the state that you're in, and that, also these offices are being overwhelmed because this is an overwhelming time and people need help. I mean, they need to get that new stimulus package in, and they should actually have a whole, place for furloughed workers.
Okay, this maybe is a little too much
Political.
Yeah, we don't really know what we're talking about. So maybe
hey, you're the president.
Yes, I am the president. I'm the president of this. I'm the president of this. My mother calls this a podcast. It's not. I guess maybe it is a podcast.
But everyone calls everything a podcast now. I mean, I do a video on YouTube and people, say I'm loving your podcasts. I mean, I'm like, that's not a podcast, but I love that you love them. So.
My wife
and if you want to call it a podcast, call it a podcast.
Joby said says, and I can say his name because I think that he's a comedian. I think he wants to be famous.
Show, yeah.
But he says my wife is young and beautiful. And they don't.
Oh.
I mean, you're really holding up. She's only a couple years younger than me.
Yeah.
2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Google it. All right. I look terrible.
Okay.
She looks great.
So is this a cooking or a food show? So do you want to know what I had for lunch? Because this would be such a bad food show.
Oh my God! Really?
No, but what did I cook for lunch? I cooked this. It was terrible. It wasn't terrible. It was actually quite delicious. But I made a Brussels sprout omelet.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was what I had in the fridge.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should make this into a cooking show.
No, Brussels sprout omelet. I've only got one thing to say to that.
Not so far. I also put broccoli in it. It was.
Jen, you're not bumming out the show, Jen. Jen was worried she's bumming out the show with her unemployment.
Oh, God, no.
Let's get back to your omelet. Let's get back to your omelet.
Well, actually, so the omelet was so I thought, okay, I needed something hot.
It didn't even look like an omelet.
No, well, it
was kind of more of a scrambly mess.
Yeah.
Scramble.
Well, it wasn't. No, I don't do a scramble. I did the eggs more like an omelette, but I had the Brussels sprouts, and I have to say I also put broccoli in there. But it was broccoli that I grilled the other night with Bragg's and a little maple syrup and some balsamic, and there was one other thing in there. Oh, and a bit of oil. And you throw that in the grill. So the broccoli was quite good.
It was pretty tasty.
Yeah, and there was some Brussels sprouts that had gone in that. And then there was a crazy, enormous Brussels sprout salad that I made that had some nuts in. And there was pine nuts.
You're a very healthy eater. It's no surprise
eggs
that
in there.
You look great. I mean, the stuff that you eat.
Yeah, I'm a sort of, what am I, a rabbit crossed with a...
I've got my own supply of meat in the fridge that I surreptitiously add to the other things that Belinda's making, just
surreptitiously.
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 Don't Barinus my vocabulary.
Right?
Okay.
Oh God, I thought he was bending down there to do another fart effect.
So people have demands. They want me to do the big googly eyes. I don't even, the thing about the big googly eyes is I'm not aware that that's happening. I can try and do some googly eye stuff. Right. I'm also doing a weird neck thing right now. Is that?
No, that was more creepy than funny, I think. I mean, I was watching it on it was creepy. That wasn't funny.
That was creepy. I'm sorry to have done that.
Yeah.
We were supposed to talk about otters today.
Oh shit! I didn't do my otter homework.
I know we didn't do our otter homework.
Can we postpone the otters to tomorrow, because I feel like having an uninformed press conference about otters, just sort of saying whatever comes off the top of our head. That is BS. That's not doing any service and homage to the otters that we love.
Let's make up some stuff about otters right now.
Well, they have a way better sex drive than those stupid pandas. I know that. They are at it.
When I was a kid, we went on a field trip to, I don't know if it was an otter farm or whatever, but whatever it was, the guy who ran it, his name was, I think it's Emil Larson, Emil Larson, and I think that's his name. And the book was called An Otter's Story. I think I might have got rid of it when Fanula outgrew it. But we went to this place where this guy had written this story about otters from when I was a kid. I got that book when I was a kid from the weird. You didn't realize that the guy was weird. who had just written a book, and he self-published this book, which is a thing now that everybody's doing. But he self-published a book about otters when I was a boy. I mean, that guy's probably gone now. But I read that book about otters. Well, I'm old enough that...
I'm kidding. If he was
I'm old enough that the old people when I was a boy are done. They've cashed in their chips and left the big casino. But otters are cute. Everybody likes them. They do that thing where they float on their back and they have a shell that they smash open on their chests, right? That's a thing that otters do. I'm pretty sure that I'm right about that.
Yeah, and they eat sea urchins, so they're super important off the coast of California because they eat the sea urchin and then they stop the sea urchin population going nuts, and then when the sea urchin population doesn't have the otters to keep them in check, then they eat all the kelp forests. So we really want...
the sea urchins eat the kelp forest.
The sea urchins eat the kelp forest, so you need the otters to eat the sea urchin so they don't eat the kelp forest. Like the old lady swallowed the fly. Well, not really. But you know what I mean.
Well, if the old lady swallowed an otter, it would be like that.
Yeah,
if the old lady swallowed the otter, then the otter couldn't swallow the sea urchin.
Yeah.
And then the sea urchin would eat all the kelp forest.
Well, she would swallow some kelp, and then she'd swallow an otter to swallow the... No, an urchin to swallow the kelp to swallow... Then an otter to swallow... No, don't do it.
Oh, she'd already swallowed an ocean.
Yeah, she is so... she's in such bad shape right now. But yeah, otters are... Yeah, when you see them lying on their backs, and they... they're just super cute, and they're eating up those naughty sea urchin. Or kinna, as we call them in New Zealand. They're quite yummy. We eat them on Vogel's toast. Kinna.
Only otter I know is Emmett Otter from Jug Band Christmas. I like that you parenthetically put that in there. And I'm going to be, if you don't think I'm Googling Jug Band Christmas after this, you're wrong. That's what I'm doing as soon as this is over.
Oh, they sleep together floating, holding hands?
Is that really true of otters?
Oh,
I hope it's made up. I hope it's true.
Yeah, that is
but even if it's made up,
sweet
it's
and
so
romantic.
Great.
Oh.
Maybe we can write a children's book, some kind of otter love story.
Right.
Where the nemesis is a sea urchin. I'm just brainstorming, right?
Well, we need projects for. Don't give us any projects because we've got one now. We've got an otter book. But if anyone, because that's kind of good, we'll write a kids otter book with a sea urchin nemesis.
Yeah, is that a project for after this, or are we going to do that right now?
No, we're not going to start it in here. We're going to we'll read it on the show when we're ready, when we've got the first chapter.
But are we going to write this book during the Varinus time?
Yeah, absolutely, we are. That's going to be one of the things that we do because
I'm trolling the coronavirus by calling it the Varinus or the Varonis. If you're keeping track at home.
Oh. How does it? Yeah, right. Karen, are you asking us what's for dinner, or is someone asking you what's for dinner?
Yeah. Karen also just says nothing yet. Busy with Jake. See, there's people who are talking to each other now, and it's confusing to me.
Right. Don't confuse seals with otters.
If I'm in an emergency waiting room and I have COVID, do I get served before or after the guy with his eye in a cup? Well, that's a good question, and it also refers back to my act. But I think eye in a cup gets served before Corona. But I have to remind you, and I've said this a few times, but in case you've just tuned in for today, I'm not a doctor. So I don't know.
But that is news to me.
What do you think? If you're in charge of the emergency room, some guy's got his eye in a cup and goes, "Look, I need to get this eye."
Yeah, the eye gets dealt with.
He goes
first.
before the corona, right? Yeah.
I was what do you call it? A volunteer in the emergency room at Cedars for a while.
Were you?
Yeah. So the people who...
What was that like?
Well, the night that the strippers stabbed each other and were brought to that emergency room... because I'd never seen a stab wound before, so that was kind of fairly intense. So
is that like a Cinco de Mayo or a St. Patrick's Day, the night the strippers stab each other? Is that the same day every year, or does it vary?
No. This was just they just you piss the other one off enough, and then tonight is the night she's coming for you. But the first one,
does she stab you the night that she gets pissed off? Or
yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's instantaneous. I mean,
these strippers, they don't sleep. They don't wait. They don't sleep on it.
Yeah, it's either they pee in your shoe, but if you have one of those lucite shoes with all straps and they can't pee in it, then they go get their knife. And then this one, first one.
If we could just say, this is a life lesson for all of us. Be like strippers. If you're going to take action, take decisive action immediately. All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, but
don't stab anyone.
Oh come on, yeah, Jake. That is, this is terrible on a press conference.
No, this is great advice. I'm talking about look, don't wait till people are gone or sick or about to die to tell them that you love them.
Yeah, okay, this is the opposite of that. But yes, yeah, he is right in a way, in a convoluted,
Yes, back to the stripper
great.
story.
Oh, great, Mr. President.
Rule number two,
Yeah, come on,
which is
back
probably
over
should
to
be
you.
rule number 2 should probably be rule number 1. Never interrupt your wife when she's in the middle of a stripper story. Go ahead.
No, I mean, those were pearls. Real
Yeah, so
pearls.
you're volunteering
Yeah.
at the emergency room. The strippers,
So anyway, so what happens is we know that a stripper is coming in and she's been stabbed, but what the first one has done is she's run into the dressing room, and the one she's mad at has got her back turned to her, and so she has her knife, and she doesn't just sort of stab her in the bum, she takes it and she slashes her down her entire back. So that's that's pretty intense. And so
but it's
that
superficial.
stripper, when no, it's quite big, because when that stripper gets there, she's in one room, and there are so many people crowded around her, which is kind of good for me, because I'm in the
one
emergency
that's been
room.
sliced in the back.
Yeah. Because I'm a bit of a lightweight, and I don't really want to see someone's back cut open, and so there are so many doctors and people standing around her, and also in the emergency room, the doctors and the nurses who work there, they love that shit. So they're all crowded around her, so I can't even get a look at it, but I don't want to get a look in.
So if you go to the emergency, sorry to interrupt one more time. If you go to the emergency room now during this Verona's time,
Have something
Verona's,
good.
Pretend you're a stripper. You get served right away. Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, then I'm in another room, kind of getting it ready. Like, the volunteers, they call us, they used to be called candy stripers, but luckily we didn't have to wear any stupid candy striped outfits. We were just in green or something. So I'm in the other room getting ready. And then stripper number 2 arrives. And what happens is stripper number 1, even though she's been slashed and cut down the back, she grabs her knife and she spins around and she stabs it into the thigh.
Not in the hospital. This is at the strip club.
In her dressing room. She stabs it into the thigh of stripper number 2, who is who's coming into the room. Not walking, she's in a wheelchair, because she's got this big gash in her leg. And I look at her face, I know.
She's in a wheelchair at the hospital. She was not a stripper who worked from a wheelchair.
Yeah, she wasn't wheelchair stripping.
I'm trying to...
Yeah, thank God you're here, Mr. President.
Yeah.
They would never better follow my story.
You're very welcome.
If you would do some sign language at the same time.
No, you just keep going. Forge ahead.
So there's stripper number 2, which I can tell by looking at her face. I know who she is. And then, of course, before I can help myself, I look down at her thigh. And it was a lot to see someone's, whole thigh opened up, and you can, see all the different layers going into the flesh and everything.
It is.
And then I had to say, hello, how are you? And my name's Belinda. And I can't even remember what the protocol was now that we had to do. But anyway, I helped her a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I got to get out of here.
Well, she was lucky that she didn't, and again, I'm not a doctor, but I do know that your femoral artery, she was lucky that didn't get cut.
Yeah.
If
that
the other stripper,
outside?
No, it's on the inside.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, this was sort of more right in the middle. Yeah, it wasn't on its side. It was in the middle.
Yeah. So if you're trying to stab someone in their genitals, you could accidentally hit their femoral artery, and then they could bleed out.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, well, that wasn't happening.
We went right from otters to strippers. So that's
So what a podcast.
Whoever bet on that for today, you're the winner.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know what we're having for dinner, Karen.
Oh, it's Taco Wednesday.
Taco Wednesday.
Yeah, we're having tacos.
And we're not doing, your favorite thing is to get the dry beans, soak them, and then cook them, but we don't have time for that, so we're just using some cans of beans that I bought prior to Verona's time.
For an emergency such as this. Yeah, I like to buy in bulk. I like to get my dry goods in bulk, buy a huge big bag of them. But
they don't have the bin that you can get your dry goods out of
so
anymore.
at the co-op now, it's the ones that go by gravity that you can open. They'll let you fill those in a bag, but no shoveling out of a bag with your dirty hands.
No
scoopy.
No handy scoopy.
No, yeah. Keep
That's
those scoopies to yourself.
So,
Mr. President,
I feel like, again, this was a little like yesterday. I was a little down yesterday. And I've rallied back. This cheers me up. Always, I have to say, thank you, everybody who's out there watching this. I really appreciate it, because I was so bummed out today that I was like, God, I can't believe I have to do that. And then we get in here, and it's very nice. It's very nice to hear from people, and it's very nice to have a little FaceTime with you. You're busy riding your bike and making your farty omelets all day.
No, I'm busy making YouTube videos.
Yeah, no, right. So please watch Belinda's YouTube video, Belinda Weymouth,
that was
Waymouth.
Totally blatant plug.
Yeah, on YouTube. It's hard for them to understand when you overtalk me like that.
Okay, you go again.
Belinda Weymouth on YouTube. Belinda with a B.
And an E.
Belinda. Nobody spells it Belinda. That's how a sheep would spell Belinda.
No, I actually, when I say my name's Belinda to people, I have them write B-A.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
okay,
just
shush.
don't.
Yeah, while I'm ahead.
Let's not go over the ways that you can spell it wrong.
Yeah.
So Belinda Weymouth, YouTube.
Yeah.
And you can also follow her on Instagram. You can tweet us. You can send me an email, jake@jakethis.com. If you've got some topics that you'd like us to cover, we're going to do a little bit of otter research.
Yeah, we're going to be way better on the otters tomorrow.
And we'll be back in Thursday at 3 p.m. for some otter chat. So be there or be square. And I can't believe I said be square. I don't care.
No, I was like, he's
Just
not going to
please.
say, oh my God.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I
No,
got down.
do a fart noise. I mean,
I went down Cliche Alley,
Yeah.
and guess what I found down
Yeah.
there? That's
exactly,
right.
yeah, stinker.
So
That's it, over and out, stop.
yeah, hang in there. Don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. Stay strong. Thank you for watching.
And bye-bye.
Be nice to each other. Be nice to me.
Oh.